I see a lot of people from Northern California. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Welcome to Equity-Minded Professional Development Practitioners Conference. My name is Claudia Montoya-Andrews, and I am the 4CSD Board Chair. Early on in my career, I served on the board of the Inland Empire Hispanic Leadership Council when I worked for local government. And it was there when I was first introduced to some of the challenges that higher education was facing in hiring people, specifically people who represented the students being served. During that time, I had this feeling of empowerment from the equity work we were doing at the county level with Cal State San Bernardino, with Riverside City College, and with many private businesses. I also recall feeling a little bit lost because it was much harder to have conversations about the disparities that students and the community were experiencing. And the truth was that many of us doing the social justice work, even though I did not even know it was called that at the time, we did not have the language to describe what was happening and the language to have open discussions with colleagues and with leaders. It truly is such an incredible moment to be here in front of you and to have an entire day dedicated to strengthening the practice of learning and doing it from an equity lens. I use the word incredible because I know that everything we do as practitioners to support California Community College classified professionals, faculty, administrators, student workers, and temporary employees impacts our students in a positive way. Speaking of historically, we as the 4CSD board, we've had a tougher time engaging with colleagues from Northern California. I think I was saying hello to a lot of you earlier when you arrived. This is my call to you. If you are here today from Northern California, type in where you are joining us from in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome for those of you from North. We are so glad that you're here. And those of you from the Southern California region, that's where I am. If you know a professional development colleague from the North, tell them about the 4CSD and invite them to be part of the dialogue because we want and we need everyone's voice. So the slide that you have in front of you is what the 4CSD does. So the 4CSD, we are a nonprofit that is managed and operated by volunteers like me who work for the California Community College system and support professional development in some form. We are not paid. We are in learning and development because we are passionate about the California Community College mission and about effective professional learning. Our mission at the 4CSD is to create collaborative learning opportunities for professional development practitioners in order to foster innovation and equity at each college. In partnership with the California Community College Chancellor's Office, 4CSD advocates for funding, resources, and policy change to enable effective professional learning statewide. So behind me, so it's not just me, you know, I'm the board chair, sure, but who's working with me? The slide that you have in front of you is the 2021-22 board members. And while this group has only been together since August of this year, but some of us have served, you know, for a few years. Leslie mentioned that she's been part of the board for 14 years. The team members are proving to be activists and supporters for student equity and success through service and professional development. What I'm going to do next is have each one of the board members take mute off and introduce themselves. We're going to start with the top and just kind of go down the list. We're going to start with Nishana Andrade. Good morning, Nishana.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm Nishana Andrade, PD Specialist, Grossmont-Cuyamaca Community College District. We serve both Grossmont and Cuyamaca colleges. Happy to be here this morning and happy to be a part of this board. Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Is Shelly in the room? Okay, Leslie.
Hey everybody, Leslie Carr. I'm the Director of Professional Development at College of the Canyons, and I'm also a member of the 4CSD board. I just love professional development and just bringing all the campus community together to engage in professional growth opportunities. And I'm very grateful to this group. You are a wonderful group to work with, and my board members are just delightful and have so much energy and ideas. So I just love it. And under Claudia's leadership, we are a force to be reckoned with. Enjoy the conference today.
Rania, are you there?
I am here. Hi, everyone. Ronnie
Hi.
Hamdi from San Bernardino Valley College. I am a faculty member that oversees PD 100% of the time. And additionally, if they ever ask me to teach in the communication studies department, I do that as well. So I feel the pain of faculty that run PD programs. Sometimes it's a complicated juggle. So I'm excited to be a part of this conference and enjoy being on the board. So thank you, everyone. Enjoy the day.
Today?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Janae Johnson, and I am the Professional Learning Coordinator at San Diego Mesa College. I'm a little raspy, but my colleagues in a presentation later on will be able to guide everybody through. But it's such a pleasure to be on the board and work with these women and to be a part of this conference. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Shannon Krajewski. I'm the Professional Development Coordinator at Los Angeles Pierce College. I work with the Vision Resource Center for our 9 colleges, and I'm also a Vision Resource Center ambassador. So I think I've met a lot of you through the process of inviting you all to continue to work with or jump onto the Vision Resource Center. Super excited to be on the board and to see so many people here this morning. This is great.
Teresa?
Welcome, everybody. My name is Teresa Ward, and I'm the Faculty Professional Development Coordinator at Butte College. I am a 50% reassigned time position. So as was mentioned earlier, I'm one of those people who juggles various positions while doing professional development, trying to blend it all together. This is my second time serving on the 4CSD board, and I can't say enough about the work that this group does for the practitioners in California, for our faculty, staff, and administrator and manager colleagues. We work together, we collaborate with the Chancellor's office to bring everybody the best and the most relevant professional development possible. Thank you all.
Thank you so much. I'll reintroduce myself. I'm Claudia Montoya-Andrews. I do serve as the 4CSD board chair here, and it is my honor to be the chair. I also, during my day job, I work at Orange Coast College. There I serve as the training and development specialist. And thank goodness, thanks to good leadership, we have a dedicated full-time professional developer, that's me, and I work in the professional development office. That reports into HR and the president's office. So we have a lot of wonderful support, but you know, we can get more. So working on it. And we do have a couple of board members that haven't arrived yet. One of those is Shelley Blair. She actually works at one of my sister colleges at Coastline College, which is part of the Coast Community College District. And Shelley is a board member, a new board member, and she is the Dean of Innovative Learning and Career Education. And we are, you know, just rocking it. And I think she's doing an amazing job. And let's see here. There are a couple of board members who are not here, who could not join us this morning, and they will be here later this morning. One of those is Jan Shard. Jan is a valued part of the 4CSD team. She is serving as a treasurer, and she also supports membership development. She is a person to contact if you are considering joining the 4CSD as a board member. So this is my call to everyone in the room who wants to be a part of the 4CSD. You're invited, so just contact Jan. And Lynn Wright is not here this morning because she is the acting president for the day at Riverside City College. Lynn is my right hand and liaison and at the state level with the Chancellor's office. And Lynn says, my 4CSD board role is vice chair, and I serve as a liaison with the CCCCO. For Riverside City College, I serve as the vice president of academic affairs. Okay, So the next part of the presentation is a brief summary of the State of Professional Development Report, which gives us insights about the professional development practitioner, our work, the needs, and some of the barriers to accomplish employee learning at our districts and campuses. The information you're going to see here is from the data that was collected this past December and January, and we will be making this presentation available to you. And also, at the very end of today's morning session, I will show you how to sign up for the 4CSD newsletter, because if you do, you will receive the complete report in the next newsletter, which is due to be released in June. And Rania, our board member, is in charge of that. So you can always talk to Rania about how to register for the newsletter. Okay, so who participated in the survey? We sent the survey to administrators, flex coordinators, and anyone who has self-identified as doing professional development work on our mailing list to ensure the survey reached every community college professional development practitioner. As you can see from the slide, we received 57 responses, and we had representation from every constituent group. The next slide is completely relatable to my experience. When I started working at Orange Coast College, I was hired to do HR payroll auditing and administrative support for the Professional Development Committee. And at the time, we didn't have anybody dedicated to professional development on a full-time basis. It was a secondary function or a volunteer function, and in many ways, it still is through our committees. And from the information that is coming up next, I'm guessing that many of you work on professional development as a secondary or maybe a third or fourth function in your role. Okay. The dedicated time to professional development is minimal. This is accurate, it's 28%. So 28% of the respondents said that 100% of their role is dedicated to professional development at your colleges. And the story I'm creating in my head from this number is that this could pose a challenge because there's no full focus on supporting employee learning and organizational development. And another response here, 43% of respondents indicated that 20% or less of their role is dedicated to professional development activities. An insight from the data is that many of the respondents are serving on reassigned time or volunteer their time to professional development through senates or shared governance groups. Okay, so this slide in front of you is about the practitioner and areas that could strengthen their role. The question we asked here was about topics of interest for events like today, such as conferences, workshops, confabs, and these are the topics that you said were important to you to support you in your role. There were many options to choose from, and these represent what more than half identified as a need. I'm not going to read all of these because you're going to receive these slides, but I will point out that many of you indicated that you need more support in evaluating the work that you are doing as a practitioner and the impact of that. Also, developing classified professionals and faculty seems to be an area that you want to strengthen. And to complement that, you have a great desire to ensure the work you do is from a diversity, equity, and inclusion lens at 63%. So based on an open-ended question that asked, what are the most pressing needs or issues related to professional development that require attention or advocacy between 4CSD and the Chancellor's Office? So that was the question. And the responses that you see here have the greatest level of comments. So the most pressing professional development need, issue, or topic was diversity, equity, and inclusion, followed by funding with 13 comments. We also saw themes emerge regarding policy change and professional development that's specific for the needs of faculty, administrators, and classified. And what I'm going to do is drill down a little bit and share some of the comments behind these issues that were identified. Okay, so instructional practices, funding accountability, and prioritizing professional development are pressing needs that require advocacy. I'm going to pause here and allow you to read, so just give me a thumbs up when you're done. Okay, so the obstacles to professional development work that was an open-ended question also. This is what the respondents identified as getting in the way of doing professional development work. Lack of time and workload issues, professional development not valued or prioritized or supported, lack of funding, and the last one was burnout, exhaustion, lack of motivation, engagement, morale. So again, these are the comments that are behind the obstacles to professional development work. And these comments fell under mostly lack of time, prioritization, and burnout. And I'm going to pause here and have you read what's in front of you. Done. All right. So you might be wondering what we are going to do with the information I just shared. You can bet that the 4CSD will be advocating for you at the State Chancellor's Office. In fact, for the past year, Lynn Wright, my vice chair here at the 4CSD, and I have been working with Marty Alvarado and her team. They are listening and they are eager to figure out how to support scalable and systemic change in support of student success through employee learning and development. In partnership with the Chancellor's Office, we are also working toward making relevant legislative changes to flex calendar guidelines that are aligned with vision for success, guided pathways, equity programming, and that considers administrators and classified professional development and potentially streamlining reporting. So yes, you are reading that right. We are definitely working on that. The second bullet on the slide, this one is actually close to my heart, coordinated professional development that is funded, that is supported, planned in partnership with the Chancellor's Office. I know we're struggling right now, and there are definite silos, and through the needs analysis, we discovered that only 28% of practitioners do professional development on a full-time basis. We are going to be working towards supporting all colleges and ensure that all employees have the knowledge, the tools, and access to improve their practice. Finally, what else is the 4CSD doing with the information that we received from you? We are definitely involved with professional development, practitioner education. The 4CSD hosts monthly learning events. We produce quarterly newsletters, conferences like today's, and the last bullet here, I wrote drum roll please because it's actually really a big deal. I want you to save the date. We are going to be meeting in person in the fall, October 13th and 14th in Claremont. So please join us. It'll be fabulous to get together again. We haven't since March 2020. In fact, most of you have told us through communication emails that the last time you were at a physical conference was at the 4CSD conference. So let's do it again. Okay. This is our website, and I just want to send a big shout out to our board member, Shannon Krzyzewski, on the new website. She worked so hard. It's amazing, so check it out. Also, the State of Professional Development report will be available to you via the next quarterly newsletter. And we are making it very easy for you to sign up today so that you can get the report in your mailbox. All you have to do is scan the QR code in front of you on your phone or any mobile device. And of course, you can always sign up for the newsletter on our website. Okay,